Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about something that every game developer eventually runs into: how to actually make money from your game. Games are art, sure, but developers, studios, and publishers also have bills to pay. People need to eat. Rent needs to get covered, and yes, the CEO needs his $1,000,000,000 bonus. That's why the modern gaming industry has gone into what I like to call the new age of monetization. So today we're going to do a crash course, a full guide essentially, on how games make money, from the classics all the way to the latest trends. All right, let's get this started. All right, let's start with the original model, the classic, the OG. The premium price. This one's simple. You pay once, you play forever, in theory. No reoccurring charges, no ads, no microtransactions. You just buy the game and you get the game. It works best for single-player story-driven games where players only need one copy to enjoy the experience. You'll get stable revenue if the game is good, but the ceiling is limited. Once you've sold all the copies you can, that's it. There's no sort of recurring income. And of course, you're also vulnerable to stuff like piracy and a lot of bad things, you know? So, it's good, but we can do better, right, guys? We got expansion packs. What is this guy? Arthas looks ugly here. And next, you have expansions. Think Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. These are large content drops, you know what I'm saying? New campaigns, maps, features, maybe even new systems. They're basically mini sequels using the same game engine. They're high value, but also very high cost to develop. And of course, they rely on a good base game. Nobody's going to buy an expansion for a game if the original game was bad. If Warcraft 3 was bad, nobody would have bought the Frozen Throne. But Warcraft 3 was one of the best RTS games of all time, and its expansion pack even more so. So that's why WoW got created and all that. Now things start to get really interesting. Battle passes. This the superstar. This the Luka Doncic, alright? This is the Josh Allen. These are sexy, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones you show to investors. Players pay for cosmetics, experience boosts, and other rewards that are very cheap to make but incredibly effective at retaining players. Battle passes take advantage of the sunk cost fallacy. Players already invested, so they're more motivated to play to get said rewards. And of course, FOMO happening when there's a free tier too. Oh man, I'm losing all of these rewards because I haven't bought the battle pass? Guess I gotta pull out my wallet. So that's why every live service game, Fortnite, your Apexes, your Warzones, your MOBAs, even your 2Ks, Battle Fat passes are everywhere because they work. All right, now, premium currency. This is the foundational one to get into most of the ones we finna talk about later. Instead of paying in dollars, players pay dollars to get premium currency. V-Bucks, gems, VC, whatever it is. A lot of V's in premium currency, am I right, guys? This disconnect makes spending feel lighter, it encourages impulse buys, and it lets developers price things, let's say, very creatively. Want an item that costs 1950 gems? Fine. Buy 2,500 gems or 1,900 gems. That little gap between the offers, that's where the real money comes from. Premium currency is a shield between the player and real-world spending, and it sets up the rest of these monetization methods because people aren't dealing with the mental barrier of seeing a really large USD price. They're seeing, they're just paying gems. You know what I'm saying? All right, now ads. This is the mobile game special, all right? A lot of mobile games have ads because players either watch ads or pay to remove them. A lot of people that play mobile games don't really spend money. So most mobile games are full of ads because it's simple, scalable, and extremely profitable. You reach players who can't spend money and still generate revenue, sometimes even more than just straight direct purchases, because they are advertisements. You either avoid them by paying or you just watch them, which means that you're able to get revenue from every single player that plays your game. Now we're going to go to another mobile staple, timers. Another clever model. Players wait for energy or resources or cooldowns or crafting unless they spend premium currency to skip them. It's basically the same idea as watching an ad, a time tax that can be bypassed with money. A surprisingly effective tool because developers, or well, publishers or whatnot, can set the timer to anything they want. 12 hours, 24 hours, 3 months, you name it, it's gonna happen. It's going to be the most optimized one where people will feel motivated to spend, but not demotivated to leave and forget the game because they wanted to wait for the time gate. Now we're going to go to another classic one, subscriptions. Predictable revenue, all right? For MMOs and stuff, live service games, or any title with continuous updates, subscriptions provide steady, reoccurring income. Players pay monthly for perks or exclusive content or boosts or even the ability to play the game. The downside is that, you're going to have ongoing server maintenance and constant content updates. But if it is done correctly, it's a very reliable source of revenue. And this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen, Gacha, the king of dopamine loops. If battle passes were Luka Doncic, this one's Michael Jordan. Gacha systems offer randomized rewards. Players, if you're talking about FIFA. Skins, if we're going to talk about Overwatch. Or characters, if we're going to talk about every Gacha game on the east side. That encourage repeated spending because, hey, it's a casino. You're paying for a random chance to get that cool, super hot woman or Lionel Messi. Players chase rare stuff, and the psychological reward cycle keeps them engaged. When executed well, Gacha can rival the biggest games in revenue. When done poorly, consumer backlash. But the model is undeniably profitable and questionably legal, but if you make enough money, people won't care anyway. And of course, creator monetization. Stormgate is an example. God, this game was terrible. Players could sell mods, skins, or other content, and the developer or platform takes a cut. Early access, Patreon, or Kickstarter fall into this category. It's essentially directly supporting the developers with your own money. The benefits are obvious: direct support, niche communities, and sometimes even free marketing. The risks: hit or miss quality and community expectations. For every Shovel Knight, there's a Mighty Number 9. For every Undertale, there's a Yandere simulator. It's a very wishy-washy flip-flop game that we're playing. You get it, game? Because we're talking about game monetization. Anyway, finally, we have season passes. These are not battle passes. They are essentially DLC bundles over a set period, promising ongoing content for a single upfront price. They work well when the base game is strong and people want to see more content. Is it predatory? Absolutely. You could just make the DLC complete garbage. But when done right, it's yet another solid revenue stream for single player games. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, this was my crash course in video game monetization. Premium purchases, expansions, battle passes, currency systems, gacha, ads, timers, subscriptions, creator support, and season passes. Ooh-wee! Every method has a purpose, a design fit, and a target audience. Monetization is a tool. It's not inherently evil. I mean, it kind of is, but who cares? When you understand it, you understand how the industry works, why games are structured the way they are, and how studios survive in today's very competitive market. So, thanks for watching. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. If you want more breakdowns of gaming economics, I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's it, you know what I'm saying, bro? Peace and love on the planet Earth. Shout out Steven Universe.